Hello fellow mutants, welcome back to another video. In this video we're going to get the Screen Rant explanation of what the World Between Worlds is. And I kind of also figured that this might be a really good video to come over since the Ahsoka show is coming out in August. And rumors has it, which I think is like more like sole confirmation than rumors, that the World Between Worlds is going to be in the Ahsoka show, which I don't think the World Between Worlds is necessarily a good idea. I'm not exactly a huge fan of time travel in Star Wars. Some says it's not. I think it's like it can be time travel. Otherwise, how the hell could Ahsoka survive her duel with Darth Vader if the World Between Worlds essentially wasn't a time portal? Anyways, let's give this a read, shall we? Star Wars Rebels Season 4 introduced the World Between Worlds, adding time travel to the galaxy far, far away. Can the Star Wars canon survive? If they do it right, then potentially, but let's read. Time travel has been part of the Star Wars galaxy since 2018, and it looks set to play a major role in the franchise's future, particularly in the upcoming Ahsoka Disney Plus show. Time travel is a common science fiction. Time travel is a common science fiction and science fantasy trope, but it needs to be handled with care. Because time travel is only theoretical in the real world. Every franchise has established its own rules, and it's very hard to handle them consistently. Take the example of Avengers Endgame in the MCU, where even the film's writers and directors don't agree on the temporal mechanics. Star Wars has generally been a very time travel. Star Wars has been very wary of time travel. It was featured occasionally in the old expanded universe. Paul S. Kemp's novel Cross Current featured an event where ancient Sith were transported to the present day. While the Legacy of the Force series created a whole new Force power called Force Walking, which potentially allowed Jedi to change the past. These ideas were abandoned when Disney branded the old expanded universe non-canon, or Legends. Time travel was subsequently avoided, at least until Star Wars Rebels Season 4, in which Ezra Bridger accessed a mysterious realm called the World Between Worlds. This mysterious plane of existence transcends time and space, and appeared to be canon use of time travel. How does it work? So time travel is a logical aspect of the Force. The Force transcends time and space, and proven by numerous Force users who have experienced visions of the past and future. Ancient Force sensitives appear to have been able to peer through the millennia, producing cryptic prophecies such as the Chosen One to pursuit of such abilities of distrust by the prequel era, with Yoda in particular fearful some will move from visions of the future to try to control time. Still, Jedi such as Sifo Dyas possess an innate connection with the flow of time, while the likes of Quinlan Vos, Cal Kestis, and the sequel era, Rey possess the rare ability of psychochemistry, allowing them to travel the past allowing them to experience the past while they touch an object. Certain Force versions, places, and planets rich in the Force prompt experiences that affected the flow of time. This can be seen in Empire Strikes Back, where the Cave of Dagobah clearly involved a sense of time dilation. The book, from a certain point of view, featured a short story from the perspective of Obi-Wan Kenobi, confirming a Force ghost, a Jedi who has become one with the Force, essentially a permanent mystical experience, transcends time completely. All this establishes a clear precedent of a living Jedi to be able to find union with the Force and somehow use it for time travel. And that is where the road between worlds comes in. Why the road between worlds is only one place where time travel was possible. The road between worlds is essentially another plane of existence, one that transcends time and space and can be accessed only by the Force. As Star Wars Rebels showrunner Dave Filoni explained in an interview with Nerdist, it was inspired by C.S. Lewis' novel The Magician's Apprentice, where a crazed scientist discovered a way to access the wood between the worlds, a force where every pull in the wood linked to a different point in space-time, and indeed where other worlds could access in Lewis' account. The events in this story created the links between Earth and Narnia. The Star Wars equivalent is more abstract, but the same portals are there as a clear homage to Lewis. The precise nature of the road between worlds is unclear, but it appears to be a dimensional plane where two aspects of the Force, the cosmic force that binds the universe together, and the living force, which is associated with life, come together in union. Quote unquote, you have to be careful when you're moving through these big, powerful dimensions and what you're wishing for, Filoni continued, reflecting on the episodes in which Ezra explored the roads between worlds, and then continuing the quote. Everything Ezra wishes for out loud is a dangerous thing to do. If you watch and listen where Ezra talks and he makes certain statements, there will be a thunderclap, and that thunder is representative of something else listening. There's multiple things going on in there, and everything becomes a choice between how you want to use your power and control and influences others. No doubt, this is where the distinction between the light side and the dark side comes in. The dark side seeks to use the road between worlds, with Palpatine believing is the key for enormous power, while the light side would crave only wisdom through it. Why time travel doesn't break Star Wars canon? Now this would be interesting. Some viewers are naturally concerned that time travel leaves continuity and canon in flux, but Filoni always insisted that won't be an issue. Quote unquote, it's not really a thing where you go through one door and out another, and out another in a different time. You can gain knowledge from the future or futures that may happen, and you can see things that happened in the past. You can at times choose to alter them, but it's peerless to do so. And when you alter something, you don't know if that's not the way it always happened. And I feel like that also, it's a little nod to, his plans for Ahsoka. Because I feel like that's what, that line may come in, have, a fair amount in the Ahsoka show. Basically from what I've heard. Anyways. Filoni implies that any attempt to change the timeline has already been written into a flow of history. Meaning Ezra never really changed history when he saved Ahsoka, merely doing what he was always meant to do. Even though I do think that Ahsoka should have died in her duel with Vader, even though I am an Ahsoka Tano fan, I am in that belief system where Ahsoka should have died at the hands of Vader in I think it's called Twilight of the Apprentice, practically being the season 2 finale of Rebels. Sure, I would have been heartbroken, but I also feel like that would have been like a fitting end to Ahsoka. But that's just my opinion. If you guys think that Ahsoka should have lived past both Order 66 and Rebels, and she like this is like the route she should go on, then I'm happy for you guys. Just I will respectfully say I don't think Ahsoka should have died in Order 66. I think she should have died in her duel with Darth Vader. That's just me. I know George Lucas wanted Ahsoka to die in Order 66. Part of me is happy that we didn't get see her die in Order 66, because that will open the door of her dying at the hands of Vader, essentially in Season 2 of Rebels. Which, again, I think she should have died in Rebels Season 2 at the hands of Vader. I cannot stress that enough. Because I made similar arguments with the Cobra Kai, how like Season 6, the Cobra Kai people behind Cobra Kai saying 6 and 6 is gonna be the last season. I'm happy about that because sometimes shows will like last longer than they should, and sometimes people will like keep on an character longer than the character should go on. And I feel like Ahsoka may like, even though I do love Rosario Dawson's portrayal as Ahsoka, she makes a really awesome Ahsoka. I'm not disputing that, but I like fear that when that time actually comes, one calls for Ahsoka to die, will Dave Filoni really give her up? I mean, a perfect spot, like I said, was Season 2 of Rebels in her duel with Vader, but Dave Filoni chose in Season 4 to let her live. So like, can you really blame me for like feeling the way I feel? Again, I'm not trying to criticize anyone who feels opposite of me. I respect that, but just I don't know. I'm just fearing that Dave Filoni will keep Ahsoka alive for way too long past her magic. And like I said, yeah, Rosario Dawson, it makes a really good Ahsoka, but like, I don't know if she should still be around per se, despite me digging Rosario Dawson's take of Ahsoka. But that's just me. What do you guys think about that? Let me know in the comment section down below. I'm going to continue with this article. Sorry for that like long ass rant. How the World Between Worlds fits into the Ahsoka Disney Plus show. Okay. There is strong evidence that the Road Between Worlds will return in the upcoming Ahsoka Disney Plus TV show. The Ahsoka logo evokes the Road Between Worlds, and the first Ahsoka trailer shows its protagonist exploring a temple reminiscent of Lothal's, with carvings evoking the Road Between Worlds. This is presumably another gateway into the mysterious and dangerous aspect of the Force. Although it's unclear how the Road Between Worlds fits into the plot, Ahsoka is later shown battling Imperial agents there, perhaps implying there is something of a race to get to the Road Between Worlds. But it remains to be seen why the Empire would covet its power. Whatever the Road Between Worlds role may be, Ahsoka will surely reveal more about this most intriguing aspect of Star Wars. I mean, I'm not going to be like saying, oh no, Ahsoka's gonna suck. Road Between Worlds gonna like ruin Ahsoka. Cause I don't know. Could help the plot. And if it's helpless plot, then sure, I would be all for it. But like, I'm hesitant about the Road Between Worlds, because like I said earlier, I'm not a huge fan of time travel. The Road Between Worlds is essentially a place of time travel, which even this article explains it. I'm not a huge fan of it, but the whole time traveling idea. But that's just me. But anyway, I don't think I can like really say anything else. I'll like that wouldn't be me going to like this giant circle. So what do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section down below. Love you guys. Have a wonderful day. Be kind to one another. I will talk to you fellow mutants later, and may the force be with us all.